Alright, well, I'm going to try to make this into a pretty quick video. I just got back from an interview with a design company, and it was just kind of out of the blue that I got called in. Well, I didn't get called in. I decided today that I was really going to try to up the ante on the job search. So I did something I haven't done in a long time, and something that my professor, one of my old professors, when I went to visit my school about a month and a half ago or so, he said to go through the phone book or just maybe go online and find phone numbers to different design companies and then just call them and ask for like an interview. So that's what I did today. I went through the yellow pages and just called one number after the other. A lot of them were not really working, disconnected. I got a few. The ones that I did get that did actually answer, they said they weren't looking to hire. I had another guy who said he wasn't really looking, but he could keep my resume on file. And then I finally came to this one design group that they were like, "Oh yeah, we're looking for people. Can you come in today for an interview?" I'm like, "What?" Oh, okay, yeah. I was not prepared to hear that. Like, not prepared at all. I'm still laying in bed. I mean, I haven't really shaved or showered or anything, and on top of that, I'm washing clothes too, so I had to hurry up and get up and do that. They didn't give me a specific time limit. They just said, come in as soon as you can. So I said I'd be there within the next few hours. And I mean, I was pretty nervous about it at first, having a bunch of negative thoughts, thinking, oh, I really shouldn't go. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You don't have to do this. But then it's like, at the same time, that same critical voice criticizes me for not having a job and calling me all sorts of names, like, oh, you're a loser, and you'll always be in the place that you are. You always live at home. You'll never be in a relationship. You'll never have friends. All that stuff. So yeah, I got ready and went ahead and went to the interview. I fought through my nerves. I got triggered. Like I said, my nerves went up at first, and then they just kind of went down and then went away. I use that technique where I just kind of talk back to the voice in my head and use logic, and that usually tends to work. So I got there, found the place alright, using my GPS, waited around for a while. Turns out that the main guy, like the head guy of the company there, it's a small design group, he wasn't there, but the head designer was there, and that's who I interviewed with, and he was pretty cool. He saw my portfolio that I brought in, because I have two portfolios. I have one where it's my comic book, the manga that I've been working on for years, then the other, which is my artwork from my website, if you've seen that. It's just, it's mostly the same stuff there. And, he liked it, but again, just like with other interviews that I've gone on with design companies, they were looking for more graphic design type stuff, so they wanted to see some business cards. They wanted to see brochures, and he really wanted to see that stuff. And that was exactly what my professor was saying last time, that I need to really add more to my portfolio. I haven't really done a whole lot of that. That stuff is going to take some time, but I have to do it. I realize that now. Like, definitely, I gotta get on that right away. But anyway, this company, they were just looking for interns for right now. They're not looking for full-time people. He said they don't do like direct hiring right away, but if you intern for like 90 days, then you might have a chance of getting an actual full-time position. So he was gonna, when his boss got back, he was gonna have him look at my resume and see if I'm a good fit. I don't know if I'll get called back. I know that's negative thinking, but I don't know. I mean, it went fairly well, in my opinion. I wasn't nervous or anything. It was alright. And he liked my portfolio. It's just, it didn't really have a lot of the stuff that they do and what they're looking for. And so, yeah, I mean, I just gotta go ahead and get that done. What else did I want to talk about? I feel like in these videos, I hold back some stuff that I want to talk about, but I don't really talk about it because I'm too afraid of what other people might think. And, you know, I just get nervous. I just get shy. Especially when it comes to talking about, like, stuff that is really, really bothering me. Like, stuff that I've been depressed about lately. Like, the last couple days, the last week has been pretty okay, but I guess the last couple days I've been a little depressed because I start to think about, yeah, I'm getting a hold on these negative thoughts in my head. But there's other things that I just can't seem to get a good hold on. I can't seem to get through it. And one of those fears is talking to the opposite sex, or talking to women, whether it be for like a relationship or even just being friends. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely just freaking terrified. It's like right up there with public speaking and presentations and all that stuff. It's right up there. When I think about just thinking about actually going to do that, it sends me at like an anxiety level 9 or 10. I can't really do it too well, or I don't really know how to do it that well. I don't really know how to just start a conversation randomly. The only time I really talk to women is like, just polite stuff. When I'm at a store doing shopping, say, oh, hey, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Maybe I make a comment on the weather. That's it. That's as far as I can go. I don't know how to get further than that. So lately I've been, like I said, just depressed about that, wondering how to get over that hurdle. I subscribe to some things like, some newsletters, dating advice for shy guys and things like that. I recently subscribed to a podcast by this doctor. His name is Aziz Gazipura. He's like a Pakistani guy. Well, he's like half Pakistani, but he's American. And not that matters. And he does videos on YouTube, and he does like a podcast called Shrink for the Shy Guy. And I guess most of his, and he talks specifically about social anxiety and like how to get through it, how to stop these negative thoughts, how to talk to women, things like that. So I guess it is geared more towards guys with anxiety, but at the same time it could work even if you're a girl and you have trouble talking to guys. I'm under the impression that here in our Western society, we seems to be getting dark. I hope I show up alright on the video. But it seems like in our Western society, it's very expected for the guy to make the first move if he wants to talk to a girl, like be in a relationship or whatever have you. It's unusual for a girl to talk to a guy. At least it seems like that way. I never really see that. You don't hear too much about that. And so, if that's the way it is, which I'm guessing that's just how things are, then it makes it really hard if you're a guy with anxiety and you want to be in a relationship, you want to talk to women, but you just don't, like, you don't know how. And then the odds are kind of stacked against you because you're expected to. So, I don't have a whole lot of solutions. This video isn't really about a solution. I'm just saying this is something I struggle with. It's a big deal for me. And it's been for a while. I guess I've just been kind of embarrassed or shady or whatever about talking about that particular subject. But it's just something I'm going to have to face. You know, everything seems to be really hard at first, but then it gets easier. And it's easy for me to get the cognitive stuff down, but once it's time to take action, that's a whole different story. So, I mean, I gotta do this, you know? I gotta figure it out somehow. But hey, you know, if any of you guys have, or girls out there, have any suggestions for talking to the opposite sex, I'm more than way open to hearing what other people have to say about that. But this video is running too long. I'm sure I have more to say like I usually do, but yeah, that's gonna be it for now. And I'll do a video, you know, whenever. I'll see ya.